Hello everyone, my name is Christy Harrison. Today I'm going to show you how to navigate through Edmodo and how Edmodo can be used as a collaboration tool for teachers, students, and parents. Edmodo is an educational tool that extends interaction beyond the classroom setting. Teachers, students, and parents use this education tool to communicate and collaborate. Edmodo is free to sign up and users can interact with one another using a computer or the Edmodo app. If you're using a desktop computer, all you have to do is type in www.edmodo.com. Once on the home page, you will see several tabs. If you're already a member of Edmodo, you can join a group by entering in the class code. You can log in, or if you're new to Edmodo, you have 3 tabs. You can either set up as a teacher, a student, or a parent. Today we're going to be setting up as a teacher, and I've already created that for you. Once you set up your account, this is what Edmodo will look like. It looks very similar to Facebook, but it's for educational purposes. So in the center, you will see a news feed, and this is where you can get ideas from other teachers, and you can also interact with your students. So I kind of created a little reminder here for my second period to remind them that they have an upcoming vocabulary quiz and a test. And I'll show you how to do that in just a few moments. You can also, if you don't want to individualize the classes, and you want to send it to all of your classes, you can simply just type this here, a reminder of what's coming up. To create your classes, all you do is simply look to the left-hand side of the screen where the area says classes. Click on the little dots and then you go to create a class. Here we'll just put in first period again. You can set up a description of your class and you can also select the grade level. I will select 7th grade. I teach 7th grade history, so I select mine up by class periods, whereas if you're an elementary teacher, you may want to set yours up by your subject area. So here I'm going to click on social studies, and it breaks it down into several areas of social studies, but for time's sake, we'll just click all. You can also change the color of your classes as to not to confuse them with other classes that you've already set up. So once you click create, you have the option to add your students, or you can get a class code and they can go ahead and add the class and join it. So we will click on the class that we just created. And if you look to the top right-hand corner, you have a class code. And so this is what you will give your students once they get onto Edmodo and set up their account, and they can join your class. So here, if you just want information for your first period to see, you'll simply just type that in here. So we'll just kind of put the same thing that we did for second period. Don't forget about chapter 2 quiz on January 31st. And so once you post that, your students from first period will see that information. You also have folders, and this is where if you already have information on your computer, or you already have quizzes or assignments that are already created, you can just simply upload that to this area. And then once you have members to join your class, you also see all of your members listed here, or you can also add students. So we'll go back to post and let's look at assignments. So assignments, you can either upload it from your computer or you can create it here on Edmodo. So we'll just create something simple. Political cartoon. So here you will select a due date. And we'll just pick the 30th. And then you can also select a time as far as what time they have to submit it by. And then you also give a short description of your assignment. So just for time's sake, I'll just put in You can also lock this assignment after its due date, or you can add it to your gradebook. So once you click send, this will be sent out to your students in your classes, and then once again they can open and they can go ahead and begin working on their assignment and see exactly the description and so forth. They can also they can add questions, they can reply back to you in real time. To create a quiz, you click on the quiz tab and you go to create a quiz. Once you go to create a quiz, You have several options as far as the format, as far as how you want to upload the quiz, or if you want to create it onto Edmodo. So let's say I wanted to create it on Edmodo. I have several different formats. I can either choose multiple choice, true and false, short answer, fill in the blank, or matching. And then I'll just simply start adding my questions. You can also upload from your computer. Once you add your questions, you can set a time limit. So if you just want to do 10 minutes, and this will be available to you as well once you create your questions. So here you can show your results, you can randomize the questions, you can print them off, or you can just simply have the quiz on Edmodo. So let's go back and let's look at the next area on our first period tab. And if you look, you will see that you have a tab that says poll. And this is unique because it provides feedback in real time. So if you're doing an assignment in class and you want to get a feedback from your students as far as how well the assignment's going, or maybe if you're doing an activity and maybe you can kind of see that you need some areas to change, you can simply type in the questions and provide answers to them. And then a poll will pop up and it will simply give you feedback in real time so you can adjust your assignment or you can adjust your feedback for that day or maybe the next day. So once we go back to home, we have several tabs that are up at the top. And this is where you can see as far as what's due, so upcoming assignments for your students. You can see that the students who have already completed it or haven't worked on it. You can also set up assignments for yourself, like a to-do list. You can also look at your progress. So once you add in your students to your classes, this is where you can see as far as their progress in class. You can also give them badges. So you can select individual badges. Maybe if somebody's being a peer tutor or they're being a helper and they're just really motivating another student and helping out, you can give them rewards so you can kind of reinforce positive behavior here. And of course, you can also see your grades and see as far as how well your students are understanding the lesson that's going on in class. And this is something similar to far as what your parents will see. They will see a progress in the classroom and they can also see the badges as well. If you look at the library, this is just any assignments that you've uploaded to Edmodo, and it kind of keeps track so if you want to use them again. And then you also have messages, which is a unique tool. Here, instead of just sending out a message to the entire class, you can send out a message to individual students or either the parents. So if you notice that maybe a student is kind of struggling with the content that you're teaching or the lesson, you can simply type in a question here, and that way they don't feel embarrassed or feel like they have to ask or answer in front of the classroom. And you can also upload individual assignments to them to help assist with the content area. And the last little thing is notifications. Notifications is anything that you get from your students or you get from the groups that you have joined, and you can see that and click on it and kind of view that individual's progress or view their page. So I hope that you like Edmodo, and I hope that you can use this in your classroom, as it's a great way to communicate not only with your students but also with the parents and kind of let them know what's going on in their classroom and with their child. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.